Hi everybody, Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. There was a security breach at RAF Brize Norton overnight. How did these lunatics, Palestinian action, breach security at what's supposed to be a secure base? How did they get in? How did they manage to get in undetected? Were the guards who were supposed to be guarding the base asleep? But it makes you wonder, doesn't it, how they got in? I mean, they could have been terrorists planting the things that go boom by the planes and blowing them up. I mean, security at that base must have been laxed. It should be a tight security, not laxed. But of course, I suppose they'll say when the truth comes out, they'll say we haven't got enough money to patrol the base. But that's beside the point. They should never have been allowed to get in. I mean, these Palestinian sympathisers, them lunatics, they're causing havoc. Every weekend they have a demonstration, don't they? All you hear from them is free Palestine. That's all you hear from these lunatics, unwashed lunatics, because that's all they are. I mean, like I said, going back to getting into RAF Brize Norton, how did they manage to get in? Surely they've got to be. There was as soon as you cut the fence, there's usually alarm going off, silent alarms, alerting the personnel that there is somebody trying to get in. There couldn't have been in this one. Like they probably did do have them, but they haven't installed them yet because of this government we've got. But yes, it makes you wonder, doesn't it, how they got in. I mean, this is just the start. You can bet your life they'll try and get in to another base. It'll probably be they try and spray paint over an American's base. I'll well be tired of them if they try and get in on an American base. They'll probably end up being done away with. If it's an American base, which I wouldn't be surprised they try next, just to get their point over. Nigel Farage says they should be subscribed as a terrorist organisation, which they should be. But you know, will be some people who support them. I suppose when they're arrested, they'll be jailed for only for a few months, and they'll be released again. Yes, I mean, we've got a problem with the migrants, haven't we? Coming into the country, them breaking into the country, and now we've got these Palestinian sympathisers. It looks like they've going to take it to a new level. But like I've said, security of that RAF Brize Norton must have been very laxed. There couldn't have been many security personnel patrolling the base. I mean, what are our allies are going to think of this, especially the Americans, when they hear about this, that security at one of our bases was breached? What are they going to think about it? I'm going to probably think it's not worth bothering to use our bases anymore if this is going to happen. I mean, once Trump hears about this, well, you know what he'll say, or any other American politician. But like I've said, the security of this base must have been very laxed. And what punishment will these Palestinian sympathisers receive? Well, they'll probably get a lenient sentence. They won't get much. Won't receive a long sentence, because you know the judges. They'll probably be brought up before a judge, and the judge is probably sympathetic to their cause. I mean, some of these judges, they were sympathetic towards these climate change protesters, weren't they? They give them lenient jail sentences. But like I've said, I don't know what's going on, but they managed to breach security. If they'd have tried it in another country, they probably would have been dealt with more severely. And you know what I mean by severely? They would have been eliminated, let's put it this way. Their lives ended if they'd have tried it anywhere else. But it's just like, I mean, at the moment with our armed forces, we're just a complete laughing stock. There was an increase in armed forces spending, wasn't there, in the spending review a couple of weeks ago. But whether this is going to make any difference, we don't know. I mean, but like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if the so-called Palestinian Action have now done this. They'll do it again. It's somewhere else. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.